Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sohile Ali Show, a podcast where I try to talk about breaking news about a few hours after it happened. Guys, we got a great episode for you all today. Today, by the time you're listening to this, is Monday, July 22nd, 2024, and I'm so excited to be bringing you all a brand new episode of my podcast. We're going to be talking about so many things today, including but not limited to the incredible bombshell dropped just yesterday that Joe Biden would no longer be running to be the next president of the United States while he is still president of the United States. I'm really trying hard not to talk like a news pundit right now, but it's really difficult because I've just been listening exclusively to that stuff for the last few hours. So I'm recording this, Sunday evening right before I go to the Hoppy Wobbles open mic in Bloomington, Indiana, every Sunday night, and we have a comedy show there as well. But I'm really gonna just talk through my thoughts, man, about what's going on. My goal is to bring a new podcast episode to you all every week, and this just so happened to drop right before we dropped. So, we're going to be talking about it. It's what's happening. It's what everyone's talking about, so we might as well talk about it as well. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what we saw last week from the RNC, of course, the Republican National Convention, and I promise I won't try to make the whole episode about politics. We'll be talking about comedy and the news world of comedy, including probably the greatest episode of Kill Tony that ever was and probably ever will be, frankly, now. The latest episode of Kill Tony, everyone probably has seen by now, with Shane Gillis as Trump and Adam Ray as Biden, R.I.P. to him doing him. And some news from Tenacious D, Jack Black, Kyle Gass, the duo. They made some news last week, with what they were up to and kind of how that tied into the whole Trump assassination attempt debacle. We're going to be talking about my weekly recap, giving you all a recap of what I've been up to, some new video I made, some shows I did, some shows I have coming up, run through some new bits, and then we'll get out of here. What do you say, huh? Listen, I sound like the guy who just dropped out. What do you say? Listen, the idea, no. But yeah, man, very excited to be bringing you all a brand new episode, so thank you so much if you're listening, watching. I love you. Thank you very much, and let's jump into it. If you are watching on YouTube, please go ahead, leave this video a like, comment below, and subscribe for all future uploads. Hit that bell notification. Hit it right now. I see you. Hit it. There you go, man. You hit it real well, man. Very strong. Good job. You been working out? What are you, Hulk Hogan at the RNC, ripping a shirt? And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, whatever podcast suite's your favorite flavor, Apple, Spotify, there's no beef. We're trying to unify the country here, for God's sakes. Go ahead, follow this podcast, give us a 5-star rating. Really appreciate that. Moving forward, okay, guys, so just earlier today, as I'm recording this on Sunday, Joe Biden has officially dropped out of the 2024 presidential election. This is a crazy bombshell, especially given the last few weeks with the debate, the assassination attempt on Trump. Things are crazy, man. Things are crazy. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're journaling, therapy, hydrating. Just let's breathe. But right now, I'm here to talk. But do you know how I heard about this? I heard about this news from NBA commentator. No. What's his name? I heard about this from Shams Charania, the reporter for The Athletic. Shams dropped a tweet on Twitter that said Joe Biden has dropped out of the race. And that's how millions of people found out about this. He has over 2 million followers on Twitter. This is a guy that we all follow to find out about breaking NBA news. All right? Biden just became the biggest baller out there because he tweeted about it. And everyone was like, yo, because everyone has Shams notifications on, especially right now during the summer with free agency. Are you kidding me? Holy crap, dude. Adrian Wojnarowski, Woj will never recover from this. This dude dropped a absolute nuclear weapon of a tweet saying that Joe Biden is out of the race. So shout out to Shams Charania. Shams, if you're watching or listening, you're the GOAT, bro. You're the GOAT. My next parody graphic is going to be based on you. So well done. Well done. So yeah, man, Biden's out of the race. Biden had to drop out of the race, folks. He had to. That debate performance, we talked about it. Everybody saw it. Jittery Joe's, right? Remember the coffee shop? I'm not on the right side. Jittery Joe's, right? We saw how it went. So he had to drop out. He did. And he announced it today on Twitter with a picture of his letter. And apparently that's how a lot of people found out about it, was just this tweet, to which Elon Musk was like, yeah, keep talking, because he's like, you guys are all hooked. You're hooked. We are, dude. We are. Twitter is the greatest place on the internet, period. The memes, the pure joy I've gotten from memes on Twitter has kept me going for more days than I would be happy to admit, not going to lie. And I'm sure it has for you too. I do not agree all the time with Elon Musk, especially now that he's decided to back the Republican Party $45 million a month, something like that. Crazy. But now Joe Biden has dropped out of the race, and Joe Biden has endorsed his vice president, Kamala Harris, to be the next president of the United States. Kamala Harris. Coconut tree Kamala Harris. Listen, I'm of South Asian descent. My parents are from Afghanistan. I was born in Indiana. I'm a bit of a redneck terrorist, if you will. It's a joke. These are all jokes. Don't sue me. I'm an Afghan Hoosier. I am South Asian. Kamala is, I believe, half Indian, half black. She represents the first female vice president. She represents the first South Asian vice president, first black vice president, all these things. And now it seems as though she's going to be the leading nominee for the Democratic Party. So bust out your Venn diagrams, folks, because this thing's about to get crazy. Remember the Venn diagram? She loves Venn diagrams. You want to get on her good side, folks? Bring a Venn diagram, coconut trees, and the context of which you live, because it is going to be a Harris ticket, folks. A Harris ticket. Man, what a day. I'm not going to lie. I've been listening to every single network just on repeat. I just cycle through. When one goes to commercial, I go, all right, MSNBC. When they go to commercial, let's see what Fox has to say. Let's see what CNN has to say. Let's see what characters they got going. Freaking, they got Wolf Blitzer working on a Sunday. Wolf Blitzer was apparently just having a day, enjoying a wolf seltzer or something at a Mexican restaurant in D.C. He shared a photo around noon on Sunday. And then they got the dude back on TV, breaking news, CNN, by 2 in the afternoon. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. Don't check, like they said on Twitter, don't check your work email on a weekend. And do not disturb. Turn your notifications off. But that was pretty hilarious. They got Wolf Blitzer's Sunday was ruined. So I hope Wolf, if you're listening, I hope he can go back to that Mexican, or that restaurant, rather. I don't know why I kept saying Mexican restaurant. I hope Wolf can get back to that restaurant and enjoy the rest of his drink. But as they said, he had to get it to go because he had to work. Everyone's working. It's crazy right now, bro. It's crazy. This guy, man, he dropped this on a Sunday. I kept thinking, I don't know if anybody listening or watching works in politics. I doubt it because you have bigger things on your mind right now. But I kept thinking, imagine working in politics, man, in D.C. if you're in the Democratic Party. And you're at your kid's soccer game on a Sunday. You had breakfast, you take him to the field, a little soccer practice, you bust out the chair, you're sitting down, casual shorts, t-shirt. You got the phone, but it's Sunday. It's Sunday. You got the wife, the minivan, you're sitting there with the kids, and he's, hey, little Timmy, hey, you scored a goal, look at you, good job. And you're there to see it. He's your kid, you love him, you love your family, you're happy to relax. It's been a crazy few weeks. It's been a crazy year. But you're just enjoying some time offline with your family. And nothing can get in your way. Bring, 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 bring. Shams Charania tweet. Oh, wow. Oh, that'll send the cortisol, whatever the stress hormone is, through your body like none other, brother. But that's the line of work you chose. You chose it because it was exciting, and exciting it is because your ass got to work. So shout out to little Timmy. He had a great game. You'll hear about it. And let's just say those Apple photo album memories will keep you going with him because you had to go to work. That's the crazy thing, man. This dude dropped it on a Sunday afternoon. God's day. God protected Trump. Maybe God told him to... I can't even say that with a straight face. Woo-wee! That RNC convention, man, and I told you we'd talk a little bit about it, but that RNC convention featured Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off, and then Biden was like, yeah, I should probably drop out. I'm not I'm not beating Hogan on the podium. Are you kidding me? This guy is Logan Paul and Hulk Hogan, the UFC audience. You know how dense those minds are? They all have CTE. They're not open-minded. It's just jokes. It's comedy. But, yeah, he saw Hulk Hogan. He saw how nicely just like nicely the ear patch came on. It's very clean. Did you notice that? There's little things I like to notice. It's so clean. You know, the guy got his piece of his fucking ear shot off, and he comes in just like a perfect square, almost like a hotel sheet, like a hotel sheet folded of a bandage right on the ear, top of the ear, clean white, pure white. That's what they like, you know, pure white thing, just walking through, emotional, whatever. And there you had it. That was last week. Last week was the RNC. It was crazy. I apologize. I'm just going off the rails here, but it's crazy times, man. I'm just letting out my energy before I have to let it out at the open mic. I might as well get it out here. But yeah, man, RNC happened. They're all sucking him off. They're all on board. They're all playing their cards for him. So it's the Trump Vance versus Kamala Harris, most likely 99%, and whoever she chooses as VP. At the time of recording this is about 7:40 p.m. on Sunday, July 21st. Kamala, the articles are just saying who could be Kamala Harris's VP pick. I don't know, and I hope by the time I drop this, maybe it's announced, maybe not. But things are gonna move so quickly, man. Holy hell, I cannot wait to see it. I'll be honest, man. I was excited to hear that Biden had dropped because, dude, that debate, that he's old as hell. I mean, Trump's old too, but like it was gonna be so hard to stand behind this guy after what we saw. Like, yeah, he's not gonna bring in the fucking cancer that the other side's gonna bring in, but God, dude, like another debate, it would have been he probably would have died up there. Frankly, I don't wish that upon him. Secret Service. These are all jokes. He probably would have not even made it, and it would have been so hard. Now, this is just off the dome, folks. But now, hey, folks, listen. Now it's like, dude, they at least have somebody. They're under 59. She's hopefully going to be a better debater. I mean, I could have been a better debater than Biden, let's be honest. I mean, anybody who could have finished a sentence would have been a better debater than him. So Kamala will be a better debater. Younger people, ethnic people, you know, if they can reroute all those things. Listen, I don't work in this field. This is not my expertise. I work in IT and do comedy at a net loss. I have no business telling this, but what I see is a path forward for her is to really tap into how smart she is, how capable she is, how much she knows, try to separate her from the rest of the Biden presidency, which will be hard. She was the vice president. But vice president, as we know, doesn't really do much. So she'll have to really make a case for herself, smart, educated, younger, fresh voice, fresh face, capable, all these things. These are the things they need to focus on. And the debate will be very interesting. The Kamala-Trump debate will be interesting. This is, history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes, right? It's giving the Hillary-Trump debates in a way, right? You have a woman and Trump. But this woman is not stained by the past of all this corruption, lifelong politician of Hillary and Bill, you know, all that stuff. I think there's less. I mean, Doug, seriously, I don't think Doug ever looked at another woman, let alone Lewinsky'd them. So I think it'll be interesting, man. That debate will be interesting. Kamala's got to bring the heat. Kamala, throw those coconuts at him, whatever you got to do. She's got to bring the heat. Smart, educated people need to talk about her. I'm not over here endorsing anybody, dude. I'm just talking shit. That's what I do. But I like to talk clearly, and it's interesting kind of where we're at right now. So I want to leave that at that. A little bit. Everything here is related to the election. I'm sorry. This episode, if you were looking for some other stuff, I'll get to some new jokes later. But everything so far, and for most of it, will be about this. So yeah, Biden has COVID, by the way. Paxlovid. Their sales are going to be hitting the floor. You ever had COVID so bad you dropped out of the presidential race? Damn. yeah, man, he's sick. As he tweeted, I'm sick of yada, yada, yada. Hey, man, he's sick and he is out. I'm sorry. He's out. Mr. President, it's time to walk off into the sunset, sir. You served your time. It's time to retire, have a mint julep. I don't know what Delaware has. Vermont, some Ben and Jerry's, walk the dog. That dog needs training. Train the dog, not to bite people. And enjoy, man. Enjoy your years. Interesting stuff, guys. Interesting stuff. What do you think? What do you think? If you're listening, watching, I appreciate you. I know you're there. I hear you. Breathing, driving, whatever you're doing. I know you're there. What are you thinking about? What are your thoughts? Comment below. If you're watching on YouTube, comment below. Let me know. Let's start a dialogue. I want to talk about this, man, because it's very interesting. This is history happening before our very eyes, and it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a very nice way of saying it's not completely devastating, overwhelming. But it is history, and it's exciting to be able to document it, to talk about it while it's happening. It's a cool thing. So I think the best thing we all can do is talk about it. Maybe not at the dinner table with family, but to friends, close friends. Maybe everyone says politics is personal, but politics is personal, and it should be, and it affects young people a lot. I might run for office one day. I may. If this comedy thing doesn't work out, which it doesn't look like it's gonna, I would certainly consider running for office because, for one, there's never been an Afghan president. Will we ever have one? Who knows? The odds are saying no because of, we've had a very rough past. But listen, I had nothing to do with that. Like I said, I was 3 years old when that happened. I was watching Blue's Clues, figuring out why'd you change the channel. But I say this to say it's intriguing to me. I've just kind of gotten more interested in politics the last few years. And since I have a subscription through my job for New York Times and Wall Street Journal, it's been free and easy to learn. So that's what my message is to you, my fellow Americans, or the fellow people of the world. Just read, just learn, get educated. Don't be open-minded, That's what I like to see more of. Okay. The best Kill Tony episode ever. That episode of Kill Tony will go down in history as the best episode ever. It already has over 10 million views, twice as many views as the second most viewed episode now. Kill Tony, from people in comedy know, but Kill Tony is a show based out of Austin, Texas, with Tony Hinchcliffe, and he brings on anyone and anyone who wants to come on and do a minute of stand-up comedy before a panel, often featuring other comedians. Professional comedians. This last episode had Shane Gillis as Trump, iconic, and Adam Ray as Biden. I actually saw Adam Ray at the Comedy Store not too long ago, a couple months back, for I think it was just a Monday night show at the store, and it was awesome. He was great, very funny, and dude, his Biden is, oh my God, I literally put on my story the picture of his Biden face, like, dude, he's awesome. Super funny guy, and obviously Shane Gillis kills as Trump. Everyone knows this. He's done the sketches as Trump. He did Trump on SNL. I mean, he's elite, S-tier impression of Trump, and it was just 2.5 hours of pure comedy, man. This episode's iconic. I've watched last week. It got me through like 4 days. Like I just kept playing this thing, man. It was so much fun, and it's crazy now. Like, hey, man, you think Biden saw this episode and was like, "Oh, that's it. I'm throwing it in." Do you think did the Kill Tony episode break Biden's? Was that the straw? Tony Hinchcliffe, Tony Hinchcliffe, and this iconic episode. Biden was just like, "Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna beat that." All right, Ray, you won. I don't do Biden, clearly, but. I mean, this thing would. I mean, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if Biden didn't at least see a still from this. Because if this guy's online at all, which apparently he is, he would have seen it, and it was something to behold. So something interesting to think about. Did Kill Tony kill the Biden campaign? Is that gonna be my thumbnail and title for this episode? Maybe, maybe not. Actually, by the time you're watching and listening, you will know what the title and thumbnail is. So maybe it is. So forget it. That's for me editing tonight to worry about. And worry about it I will. So yeah, guys, did you see the Kill Tony episode? Man, I have mixed feelings about the show. You know, it's a lot of bullshit. You know, a couple of regulars. I don't think they're that great. Cam Patterson is great though, man. Fuck the Cam Patterson haters, dude. Cam Patterson's fucking funny. I like that dude. He's always got a new minute every week. I like his comedy a lot. I think he's super funny. So shout out to Cam, man. I'd love to see him, and I'd love to be on the show, man. I really would. You know, I like to think I have a minute of jokes that would get some laughter. You know, we will see. But it's almost like impossible to like do really well. I don't know. I mean, Jacob Barr did well. Shout out to Jacob on the show. But hey, man, we'll see. I'll clip this up one day when I get. If I get on Kill Tony, and they'll be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone. Fucking just terrorist emojis. You know, bomb in the comments. Whew. But any publicity is good publicity, right? Maybe not. Okay, speaking of bad publicity, holy shit, dude. Tenacious D. Did you guys see this? Tenacious D, the duo of Jack Black, Kyle Gass, I believe. They're a musical comedy duo, right? They do music, they tour. And I guess during one of their latest performances after the attempted assassination of Trump, Gass, not Jack Black, the other guy, was like talking with the crowd or something. And he said something along the lines of, well, hopefully they get him next time. Or something like that. Like he was very like, dude, the guy just got shot at, survived it, and then he was already cracking wise. Like, hey, well, you know, maybe next time they'll actually hit him. It's like, dude, he was pretty close. It's pretty close. So that happened. That clip got out. Someone recorded it. That got out and caused this fury because everyone was like, you don't joke about that. You don't joke about the president getting shot and dying. It's like, bro, look at any comedian's Instagram right now. They got jokes. But I guess Jack Black and him, or Jack Black, had decided to ultimately cancel their tour. Hey, talk about this is going to ruin the tour. Justin Timberlake. This makes Justin Timberlake a goddamn angel. And they canceled their entire tour for Tenacious D, which I remember seeing they were going to come to IU Auditorium, but it's canceled now. So it really ruined the tour. It ended the tour. And it was just like this thing of like, they had to respond. They had to apologize. The guy himself was like, I was just trying to make a joke. I didn't mean to, you know, make a big thing of it. Dude, I honestly didn't think it was that big a deal. I mean, I do comedy, you know, my friends and I, we were cracking jokes like the minute things were happening, okay? We had to do a comedy show right after this happened. Are you kidding me? I was like, guys, if you don't like any jokes, aim for my ear. Like, anything we will joke about. It's just the fact that someone filmed it and got it out. Honestly, as annoying as Yonder Bags are, dude, at this point, if you're a touring act of any kind and you plan on making jokes, especially topical jokes, fucking lock the bags up, man. Just lock them up. The phones. Lock up the phones. It's not that bad. I went to Wanda Sykes' show with my mom. They locked up our phones in the fucking bag. It was fine. It was fine. You enjoyed. You were present. I wasn't fucking, you know, jittery on my phone or whatever all show. No, you just relax, be there, be present for the show, and then shit like this doesn't happen. I don't care how much of a cut they're going to take, dude. You want to have any more shows or save some money on one show? Lock the phone. Lock them up. Lock them up. That's my stance. Lock the phones, dude, because I swear, if that clip of him saying it didn't get out, no one would care. No one would care, man. Live performances are for the audience that are there. I say this as I clip up and post clips of stand-up. But the experience is for the audience that's there. You're there. You're in the room with them. Be there. Be present. This other stuff that gets out clearly can hurt you, but it was a joke, for God's sakes. It was a joke. I can't believe you can be a comedy touring act and have to be like, I'm joking. Hey, man, no shit. It's on the category of the ticket. All right. I think I've thoroughly raised my blood pressure good enough. We're about 25 minutes in. I appreciate you all if you're still watching. I just got so down. I appreciate you guys really, really a lot. Thank you for being my therapy. As always, I want to share a few things with you all, including that I made a new comedy skit. It's on my channel. It's on my YouTube channel. If you like comedy skits or my sketches and want to support it, check it out. It's on YouTube right now. It's called Professors During Summer Office Hours. Quick little thing I made just right off the bat last week. I put it out there. It's almost, I think it's got 300 views. That's pretty good for a last minute skit, you know, on a Wednesday. I had fun with it. I really enjoy these skits, man. I'm going to try and rattle off more of them, you know, each week, something. You never know. The YouTube short did a couple thousand views, so that was fun, you know. And I just want to keep writing, keep performing, and keep acting in these sketches, man. They're fun. They're fun for me. A little creative outlet, you know. And if you want to support, give it a like, share the video, follow, share with a friend, things like that. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it very much. This week, okay, so yeah, last week, just recapping, we did the... I went to Go Bananas again at Cincinnati. Shout out to Go Bananas, awesome club in Cincinnati, Ohio. Performed in the semifinal of the Funniest Person in Cincinnati. I did not advance, but I think I had an all right set. Made a Biden joke, Biden Waffle House joke, which I hope to get out on my socials soon, because how many? You can only joke about Biden. It's aging like him. How you know how much we can joke about him now. Let's rattle off a couple of, speaking of jokes, what's been in my notes recently. So this is now WTD joke new bits section. So this is where I rattle off kind of new ideas that were coming out with the time remaining. So this is a story I want to kind of talk about, but I was a camp counselor one summer, and one time a girl brought a knife to the camp. One of the campers brought a knife. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, now I feel really underprepared. Like, this chick brought a knife. I brought trail mix. You know what I mean? It was in the college dorm, and they unfortunately found it, and they had to send her home, which I thought really was a brilliant way to get out of a week-long tech summer camp, you know? Just like, oh, yeah, no. And then, you know, she, like, drops the knife deliberately. Be kind of funny there. No, but I have a few things on that. Like, you know, like, okay, like, we called her mom to let her know, hey, your daughter brought a knife to camp. That's not really allowed. It's not really allowed. It's not allowed, actually. It's actually prohibited. It's a prohibited item. So you need to come get your daughter. But then it was like we heard yelling and like dogs barking and police sirens on the phone, and then with the mom, and then we're just like, yeah, I think we know why she had a knife. Honestly, after talking to her mom, I would imagine you'd have a few knives, frankly. And, you know, just things like that kind of being the reason. But, you know, can you make a knife funny? I'm going to certainly try. What the hell is this? This is the thing of, like, not understanding, like, UFC guys or jiu-jitsu guys, you know, where it's like, their whole thing is like, yeah, I can kill you, but you can't kill me, you know, because they know how to fucking kill you with their body. Grips and stuff. I can kill you, but you can't kill me. Okay. Ever heard of a gun? No, like, you know. Or how about, let's hope it doesn't get to that, first of all. Yeah, I know. It's just, I'm not going to talk about, you know, doomsday and paranoid people like that. Dude, anything can go down at any time. You got to be ready. Hey, man, you're flesh and bone. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's some dumb stuff. I'm working on it, folks. I'm working on it. And you can see me work on stuff at any open mic, but you can see me performing tonight, by the time you listen to this, Monday, July 22nd, 2024, at Union Brewing and Company. I got to wrap this up. And then Bloomington Comedy Festival this Wednesday, Thursday. Thank you all for watching, listening, subscribing. I will see you all next time. Thank you. I think we still have some time here. Bloomington Comedy Festival. July 24th and 25th at the Comedy Attic, 8 o'clock p.m. Vote for me to move on. It'll be fun. All right. Appreciate you guys. Semifinals of Helium, Tuesday, July 30th, Indianapolis, 8 p.m. Cool. All right. That's the real end. Love you. Thank you. Have a good week. Breathe. Everything will be fine. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.